So, uh, we'll do from page 13, the atomic physics, boys.
Yes, sir. We are with you.
Page 13 of the atomic physics.
Okay, so I don't need to write there.
If you discuss here. Okay, this one. Use the chat to answer, or you can also say the answer directly. We'll discuss the exercise. The classified. Every session we'll discuss the classified papers, okay? Radon 222 is a radioactive. What is the meaning of term radioactive?
Graduate.
Radioactive. When we say it's a radioactive.
Allah.
When we say a substance is a radioactive, what is it? Unstable, or it emit out radiation such as alpha, alpha, beta, or gamma. And why the element is unstable? Yes, Subhan. The reason in chemistry. In physics, why the atom is unstable? Because the nucleus has too many nucleons. Radioactivity is because of the nucleus, not the whole atom. When the nucleus is having lot of nucleons, it is radioactive. How many protons should be there? Good. How many neutrons should be there?
6 minus 152 is equal to 136.
136.
Yeah.
And number of electrons here?
86. Sorry.
So 86. Next is
So what is the marking scheme definition of
radioactive. Means the substance which is unstable. Radioactivity means the process of emitting out radiations. A radon 222.
Alpha, so it will be 2.
So it emit out alpha. Here, it turn into polonium. So what should be the number at the top? Whenever it's an alpha, the top number decreases by
1.
4. The top number decreased by 4. 228 decreased by 4. Decrease.
Yes, what you do?
218 decreased by 4.
By 4.
222 minus 4, 200. And the proton number decreases by 2. And then the symbol for alpha 4 and 2. Okay.
I think I have done somewhere.
Next one. Radon 222 has a half-life of 3.8 days. Means after every 3.8 days, it will become half of its original. At a certain time, the sample contains 6.4 exponent 6 radon nuclei. Calculate the number of alpha particles emitted from radon. If you want to find how many alpha particles are emitted out, we have to basically find how many atoms have decayed. The number of atoms which have decayed is same as the number of alpha particles, because each is emitting out one particle. So it was 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 in the beginning. After half-life means after 3.8 days, this 3.2 have emitted out alpha particle, and 3.2 are still unstable. Then after, because we want to reach 7.6, so 3.8, another 3.8 days. So after another 3.8 days, so it will be 1.6 into 10 to the power 6 and 1.6 into 10 to the power 6. The question is, how many atoms have decayed or emitted out alpha? So how many atoms have decayed? First 3.2 exponent 6 decayed, and then 1.6 exponent 6 decayed. So what is the total number of atoms into 10 to the power 6? Clear?
How many?
At least 2-3 pages we will do. Atomic physics. Figure 9.1 shows a beam of alpha particles moving. Which experiment is this?
This is Hitler.
No, Rutherford. Rutherford, not Hitler, Rutherford.
Yeah.
Why most of the alpha particles will pass through? Because most part of atom is empty. Why few of them deflect?
It hits
Hitting the nucleus.
No, it moves closer to nucleus. If it hits the nucleus, it will bounce back. So this is representing an atom and the dot here is representing a nucleus. So if it's passing far from the nucleus, it will pass straight. Closer to the nucleus changes the direction.
outside the nucleus, it will go back.
It will go back, bounce back. The detector in the region surrounding the thin foil that detectors alpha and determine the number of the particles. State and explain what can be deduced from the following observations. First one,
Nucleus charge.
majority of alpha particle passes through and are deflected on the far side and are detected on the far side. So what we can deduce? We can deduce that most part of atom is empty. And the alpha particles passes through
Nucleus.
the free space.
Why not nucleus?
No,
I will be looking at it.
when the two rays will not meet or intersect. Like that's what the word means. It should be between the focus and the lens. A small number of alpha particles are deflected as it passes through the core. What we can deduce?
Nucleus contains charge.
Good. The nucleus contain charge and alpha particle and nucleus repel. Okay, because the alpha particle and nucleus have the same charge and they repel each other. A very small number of alpha particle deflected through a large angle or returned back. So what? Yeah, so mass in the nucleus or the mass interact. What? No, we cannot say. Like the interaction is there for the masses. A beam that consists of both alpha and beta passes through a region where the magnetic field is perpendicular. Like we have a space where there's a magnetic field. We have a beam of alpha and we have a beam of beta. Two ways the deflection of alpha are different from beta. How alpha and beta will be different? First thing, they will move in opposite direction and which will have a large deflection. Gamma does not deflect, beta. So opposite direction they will deflect and the beta deflection will be larger. Okay, clear?
So what if I can longer
No.
line is
Figure 10.1 represents a neutral atom. State one similarity between this atom and a neutral atom of different isotope. So how isotopes are similar? Same proton number in the nucleus. Isotope of element X is radioactive and it decays to form an isotope Y by emitting a beta particle. On a figure, deduce a nuclide notation for Y. First, we have to check what is X. Nuclide notation for X. How many protons do you see for X?
5.
How many protons are there? How you identify? Because electrons and the protons should be same in an atom. So there are, for this one, 5 proton. How many nucleons are there? Nucleon means sum of proton and neutron.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
How many nucleons? A total?
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 5, 13. Nucleon. Nucleon number is the sum of neutron and proton.
طلعت تتكلم بعد ما تجاوب وسط.
So 13 and 5. So 5 protons here. 5 protons are there. I'm writing a nuclide equation for this. So X is having 13 nucleon number and 5 proton. It emit out, they mentioned it emitting beta. Beta is 0 and -1. What will happen to nucleon number it emit out?
13x4.
And what happened to proton number?
5, 6,
Increases by 1. So this will become 6. So this will be 13 and 6. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Beta ionizes the air as it passes through less strongly than alpha. Why? Like why beta is weaker ionizer of air as compared to that of alpha? What's the reason? Yes. So the reason is that beta is having a smaller mass. Low energy. So beta is having a smaller mass or it is having a low energy. So it is difficult to remove electron. Okay. Last question. There are three naturally occurring isotopes of the hydrogen, hydrogen 1, hydrogen 2, and hydrogen 3. The nuclide notation for hydrogen is shown. Write down the symbol.
1H 3.
This is hydrogen 1. This will be
3
2 1.
1. Yes, exactly.
3 1
3 1.
3 1. In a fusion reactor, a nucleus of a hydrogen 2 and a nucleus of hydrogen 3 fuse undergo fusion. What is meant by nuclear fusion?
Nuclear fusion cell mixing.
So lighter nuclei join
Yeah.
and release energy.
Can you mix also? No. Yeah. You can take it.
But learn the standard definitions.
Wind.
So smaller or lighter nuclei join to form heavy and release energy.
اصحى قلت لك بيقول لك مهندس مثلا اللي دخل الجامعه اسمها السند الامني.
The fusion of a reaction produces a free neutron and one other particle. Write down, look, in the question, this is related to this part. There's a fusion of the hydrogen. So hydrogen 2 combined with hydrogen 3.
Yes.
And they mention it give a neutron. So there's one neutron. And other particle. Write down using the nuclide notation the equations. So any other element X is there. What will the number at the top? But it should be the number at the top. What is here? 2 plus 3, 5. So here is 1.
4
4.
4 2
Here-
2 2.
1 plus 1, 2, 0. So it should be 2. What?
Number was less. Thanks.
The nuclear fusion is a source in the sun is a source of most of the energy resources. Two resources which a nuclear fusion is not the source, like from the sun is not the source. So that is good. Geothermal and hydro. You will learn this about the energies later. They have studied before.
And
Wind is also from sun.